Sachiputra matra sarupam Rupam tasajatam urupurim maturim koshtavartim Radha kundam girivaramahom radhika madhavasya Prapto yasya pratita kripaya srigurutam natosmi Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripasanubhyevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So first of all I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our Shiksha Gurus Nitya Leela Prashi Gaura Govinda Gosai Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Gosai Maharaj, all devotees, Hare Krishna. So today is Dipavali. So on this day, Mother Yasoda tied Krishna. So this day also, Ramacandra returned from defeating Ravana. So these two katha, also some katha is there from Vamandev. So when on Vijay Dasami, that is when Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman and Jambavan all went towards Lanka to rescue Sita from the grasp of Ravana. So that was the Dasami before the beginning of Kartik, so that means 19 days. 16 days. So after finishing Ravana, then performed the Abhishek, the installation of Vivaswan as king. Then Ram very quickly had to return. So all Ayodhya-vasis, so ecstatic. After so many years of exile, 12 years, right? 12 years of exile. And one moment for them was like so many yugas. So Ram arrived. So all Ayodhya-vasis decorated their houses with so many deeps, lamps. Dipavali means the offering of lamps by the hand. So how attractive Ayodhya looked as they welcomed Ram on that day. So also, this day, main katha is Krishna was bound by Yasoda today. So when Mother Yasoda went to save the milk, that time Krishna became angry, and with one pistol, one stone, he made a crack in that yogut pot. At first he became very happy, but next minute he became very fearful. He knows when Mother Yasoda comes back, Ram Nam Satya, big trouble. So out of fear, then Krishna ran, but still hungry. So as he was, because Mother Yasoda had not filled him with milk, so hunger was still there. So as he ran out of the room, then he saw some yogurt hanging from the pots. No, because if left down, Krishna will plunder them, therefore they were kept hanging by the neck, some rope, and hanging from the rafters. So when Krishna saw that yogurt, and he became still hungry, but hard to reach, so taking one grinding mortar. No? These days, when rice is harvested, it's covered by one hask. Okay, still awake, Mikeshri? Right? So these days it's all husked by machine. No, but that takes all the goodness out. All the fiber is taken out by husked rice, especially polished by machine. So previously the rice was husked by hand. Still they do in the villages. No? They use a foot machine that is called a denki in Orissa, in Bengal. But in places they do by hand. By big wooden pistol, they smash the rice and free it from the husk. So quite tall, no? Because you have to be standing up to do, otherwise too much painful for the back. So they're quite tall. So Krishna, how to reach? Pushing that grinding mortar beneath the yogurt, he stood up on top and began eating that yogurt, eating that butter. So from Ram Lila, then how much suffering the monkeys had to undergo. No? Krishna's associates, so much butter, so much cream, so much yogurt, so much dairy products. But Ram was himself vanaprasth, nothing. Therefore he could not nicely feed the monkeys. No? Not like the monkeys here in Sevakunj. So much chana, so many bananas. Actually, you see some of the monkeys in the bazaar that steal the glasses. So fat, right? Because every day they're drinking like 10 or 15 fruities. So huge, they can hardly move. You know? So Krishna felt bad. Those monkeys did so much seva, but I could not nicely take care, so now I'm indebted to them. So remembering this past debt, then Krishna began feeding the monkeys this butter. And monkey means greedy, so all became pouring in. Also crows were there. Especially very dear to Ramacandra is the crows. Especially, Maharaj told a little bit the other day, especially one crow, Kak Pusandi, Kak means crow. So he was a witness of all the childhood pastimes of Ram, especially very famous. Ram had some roti, was eating. Then this crow came and stole from his hand because Ram Prasad. Actually, I heard now this big, huge Ram temple, you know, the birthplace of Ram, that will be opened on the 22nd of January. Prime Minister Modi himself will be engaging himself in the installation of those deities. Ayodhya. How much India changed. 20 years ago, these things impossible. So much Sankirtan, and India also a little waking up. You know? Everywhere is Harinam. Then this also purify the atmosphere, then these things can be accomplished. Of course, it's still not the static standard of the Vedic kings, but anyway, Kali Yuga, something is better than nothing. So Ram, as a child, he went to grab the crow. Then the crow, Kagu, suddenly ran with a piece of roti in his hand, in his mouth. But as he turned around, he saw the hand of Ram chasing him. A bit like Durvasa. No matter where Durvasa ran in the universe, he could not escape. In the same way, wherever Kagu Sandi flew in the heavenly planets, the lower planets, everywhere he turned around, he saw the hand of Ram chasing him. Because Ram's hand is all pervading. So out of fear, Kagu Sandi ran and came back and entered the mouth of Ram. Like Durvasa Rishi again. Inside the mouth of Ram, what did Kagu Sandi see? Unlimited universes. So that Kagu Sandi is a big witness of Ram Lila. In Ram Charitamanas, then it's described, Garuda, seeing Ram's human-like pastimes, Garuda also became bewildered. Because Garuda is the carrier of Vishnu. No one defeats Vishnu. Narayan. But many times seen Ram was defeated. Hanuman had to save one time, bringing this Osadi. He saved the life of Lakshman. So many times Ram also had to be saved. So Garuda became bewildered. What is this? So he went to Shiva for advice. I cannot understand Ram's human-like lila. So Shiva, who is Jagat Guru, said, yes, I can give you instructions, but actually it's not proper because you and me are not matching. No? Because you are a bird, it's better that your Guru is a bird. So he sent him to the king of all birds, Kadmusand. King of all birds in the time, in the sense of knowing Bhagavad Tattva. So for Garuda, who is an eagle, very shameful to take a Shiksha Guru as a crow. Because crow is the worst of all birds. What do crows eat? Dead bodies. Like you run over a rabbit. Who eats that? The crow. So crows eat dead meat, carrion, roadkill. Crow is also jet black. Crow only have one eye. Crow have many defects. Yes, one eye. If a crow wants to look at you, it has to do that. And the one eye goes there. No, that's another katha in Ram. No. One time, Indra's son Jayanti took the form of a crow and scratched Sita's chest. Some blood came. When Ram saw that, he became very angry. He took his weapons to kill that bird. So Jayanta, the son of Indra, out of fear, took shelter of Ramacandra and begged forgiveness. But Ram said, no, I took my weapon. This weapon is infallible. It always has to achieve its goal. So choose. I can take something from you. Choose. Then the crow said, take my eye. So since that time, all crows have one eye. You see, crow never looks at you straight. They always look from the side.
Must be the eye goes from one side to the other.
There's only one eye. No? If you had two eyes, wouldn't have to go from one side to the other. So, point is, then, this is very hard to choose Shiksha Guru. How to choose actually Shiksha, Diksha Guru. Many people think we should choose from this or that caste. Or actually, who knows Christian Tattva, that is good. No? Kiva Vipra, Kibonyasi, Sutra, Kenonoi, Jam Krishna Tattva Veti say Guru. Whether you should not choose Guru because he is sannyasi or Brahmin. Who knows Tattva of Krishna perfectly, that is Guru. So Gurudev, so humble, but he knows Vaishnava Tattva, therefore he took shelter of Kalbhusandi. And hearing all Tattva from Kalbhusandi, all Garud's doubts were destroyed. So this crow is very dear to Bhagavan. So therefore Krishna was also feeding the crows and the monkeys. That time Yasoda Devi had taken the milk off and was looking. Where is Kanaya? She saw the broken pot. Then she became angry. So she took a stick, very thin stick, but sometimes thin sticks hurt worse. And she began searching, where is Krishna? So Gurudev would say, because Krishna came from the womb of Yasoda, Yasoda always a little more than Krishna in intelligence, in everything. So Krishna ran away, but Krishna forgot about his footprints covered in butter, so Yasoda followed them. And then she saw that room where Krishna was distributing all butter. Someone give a seat to Leela. There in the back, give a seat. Oh, yeah, don't all jump at once, right? Look at that enthusiasm to serve the elder Vaishnavas. So, Krishna was very busily engaged, and his face was facing the monkeys. So Krishna could not see Yasoda coming from behind, and very stealthily she was coming, like a cat. Very stealthily Yasoda-ji was approaching Krishna. So Krishna could not see because he was facing the monkeys and crows, but crows and monkeys could see. Therefore they also become fearful of Mother Yasoda. They all began running. Then Krishna was thinking, why are they running? I haven't finished distributing. Then Paramatma. Then Krishna could understand something's happening. Then just before Yasoda grabbed him from behind, then he jumped off the grinding mortar and ran outside. So today was Dipavali. No? We see all shops closed. No? Because everyone busy at home, worshipping Bhagavan, arranging all the family celebrations. And this day everyone gets new cloth. Nice feast is there. So everyone was very busy in their homes. So no one on the main streets, all shops were closed. That means Dipavali was before the time of Krishna also. So as Krishna thought, I will run on the road because my mother is a queen. You never see any high-class ladies running. No? Anyone seen Didi running? The Queen of England running? Not possible. No. Queens never run in public. So in the same way, Krishna thought, if I run outside on the main road, my mother will never chase me, because she has reputation. But Krishna forgot, today is public holiday, no one to see. So he ran on the road, and Yasoda began chasing him. So as Krishna was running, then Yasoda was calling, "Oh, friend of the monkeys, nonsense boy, stop!" Then Krishna was calling, "What offense have I done? Who broke the water? Who broke the yogurt pot?" Then, especially you see in Rajasthan, the ladies have very thick ankle bells, very thick, made of silver, like this. You can still see in the villages. So Krishna said, "You broke the pot. When you were running to catch me, your ankle bell collided with the pot and broke." Then Yasoda smiled. Who was feeding the monkeys? Who made the monkeys? He fed the monkeys. But not understanding Krishna's words, Krishna chased. Krishna ran away from Yasoda. Then if Yasoda was running at the same speed as Krishna, she could not have caught him, because Krishna had a head start. So Krishna had to run fast. Yasoda had to run faster than Krishna. Therefore she picked up her pace, because unless she ran faster than Krishna, she could not catch him. So Gurudev said, if we only love Gurudev as much as he loves us, cannot catch him, cannot bind him. We are very much businessmen. If Gurudev smiles nicely and speaks sweet words, then, oh, Gurudev. Then Gurudev, for our own benefit, does not talk to us, chastise us or neglects us, then what we think? I knew I should have taken initiation from Madhava. Some other thing came. ISKCON is very nice, this sort of behavior is nothing. So generally we have very much business mentality in terms of giving affection. Only we get something back, then we give something. But bhakti is not like that. So Mother Yasoda had to love Krishna more, run faster than Krishna, otherwise she cannot catch him. So finally, as running, then she saw Krishna's little feet, very soft. And then Yasoda thought, Krishna must be feeling so much pain running on this hard floor, these hard stones. So her heart melted. And as her heart melted, then Krishna allowed himself to be caught. She grabbed him by one hand, by the wrist. And with the other hand, with the stick. Actually, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj said, should not beat the children, but should show the stick. But of course, unless you beat, then they have nothing to fear from the stick. Sweet. So, seeing that stick, then Krishna felt so much fear. Then, actually it's described Kunti was seeing this pastime. Why not? Because Kunti also have relationship with the Kurus. Some relation is there. So, like Krishna's auntie, because Vasudev's sister was Kunti Devi. Some relation like that. So it's not very hard to imagine they're living in Hastinapur, Delhi. Why not coming to visit? She would go to see her brother Vasudev, then why not pass through Vrindavan? So it must be Kunti Devi was also there on this day of Dipavali, seeing that pastime. So seeing that, she saw really Krishna was so much afraid. And if Krishna was pretending to be afraid, Kunti would not be astonished. But she saw, Yadbebeti Swayam Bayam. What is the most fearful thing? Mahamantra. The Yamadutas, dying is not so bad. But, yeah, the Yamadutas, they are the real thing to be worried about. So like a sinful... Everyone fears death. No one is in this world not afraid of death. As long as we think we have this body, you will have fear at the time of death. So, death is afraid of the name of Krishna. At the time of death, Ajamil by Sanket Namabas chanted, Narayan, my son. Then the Yamadutas were afraid they could not approach Ajamil. So even fear, death, is afraid of the name of Krishna, then who Krishna has to fear? If you look in Tattva, Krishna has no material body, he is not under the influence of time, he is not like us. He has no attachment, therefore no fear. We have fear because we are afflicted by Maya. Boyam dvitiya bhavaneshti tatsati vipapasya vipadiyosmiti. Because we are covered by Maya, we see him in terms of duality. This is mine, this is someone else's. Therefore we feel fear. But Krishna has no fear. Because from the viewpoint of Krishna, nothing is separate, nothing is different from him, nothing is independent of him. So no fear. But unless he has fear, he cannot have everything. Bhagavan means everything. So fear must be in him. That is only Krishna doesn't fear anything, but he fears the devotee. Because prema means fear. No? Many people, they think prema means everything you do, Gurudev will accept. Anything you do, yes, I love you, disciple, don't worry. But that is not prema, that is spoiling a person. So if you love someone, Maharaj always says, if you love someone, you fear them. No? Like, if we love someone, we fear to displease them. Why a disciple can follow these rules and regulations of bhakti? Why a disciple will chant Harinam and do Gayatri? Because of too much affection for Gurudev. Affection means you fear to displease them. You fear. You don't want to displease them. So to please them, which is a symptom of love, fear must also be there. So Krishna fears the devotee. Like when Radhika and Man, how much Krishna afraid, how much he fear. How much he fears separateness from Radharani. Krishna always fear that. So we should also have these, at least to Gurudev, we should have some fear, feelings of fear. Respect, affection. We have no fear, therefore we're not afraid to do any rubbish, any nonsense. No problem with it. But the symptom of both in Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga, fear will be there for both types. Right, Kunja? No girlfriends, right? Should fear. Someone who attends Diksha and breaks the rules of Diksha, then the special punishment is for them. Right? All the hellish planets, mostly for Brahmanas who break the rules. If you read the 18 hellish planets, 16 are for Brahmanas. Because they should know better. Anyway, so in Vaidhi Bhakti means bhakti which is full of these feelings of fear. How can I do sinful activity? I will go to hell. No one wants to go to hell, right? So don't do sinful activity. And in Ragmarg, fear is also there. But it's a transformation of affection. Transformation of prema. So Krishna fears Mother Yasoda. Krishna fears the devotee. He fears to displease them. So out of fear, when Mother Yasoda raising the stick, then Krishna, too much. Normally Krishna is black, but today going a little white. Too much afraid. Then Yasoda is not cruel, of course. So her heart melted. So she's showing the stick, but not beating. No, because Krishna too much afraid. So Rudantam Muhunetram Yugmam Rajantam Karamboja Yugmena Satam Kanetram Muhuswasa Kampa Trivekam Kakanta Stita Grevam Damo Dharam Bhaktivad. Many people not understand what? Bhagavan is full of bliss. Then why he's weeping? These are all the non-devotee not understand Krishna's fear, Krishna's weeping. This is all transformation of ecstasy. Many people not understand. Krishna's all activities. Man bhakta vinodatam. All Krishna's activities, all his lila, all his mood is to please the devotee. So this is all transformation of prema. The Mayavadis think if Bhagavan can have no lila, because lila means desire. In this world, why we do any activity? Because of desire. Right? Why we eat? Because we're hungry. Why we drink? Because we're thirsty. Why we sleep? Because we're tired. Why we talk with someone? Because of attachment or lust. Why we work? Because of desire for money. All in material life, all activity is a transformation of ignorance, actually. Therefore, when they see the pastimes of Bhagavan, Bhagavan eating, Bhagavan going cow grazing, Bhagavan talking, Bhagavan sleeping, they think, no, this is Maya. Because who is self-satisfied, no activity. But they cannot understand that the activities of the devotees and the activities of Bhagavan, these are all transformations of Ananda, of happiness. Like Baladev Vijayabhushan gives the... Why Bhagavan performs creation, for example. Srishti is also one Leela. Why Bhagavan does creation? Then he gives another example. Why a drunk man dances? Because too much happy. Someone drunk, and then what they're going to do next? So much, like you see in the weddings, people drunk and too much happy, what they do? They dance. So, activity for Bhagavan and activity for the Vaishnavas, this is transformation of Ananda, ecstasy. Ananda in Chinmaya Ras, that is not material thing. So Krishna's fear, Krishna's are all activities, all qualities, all are Sachidananda, transcendental. So Rudantam Muhunetram Yugmam Brijantam. What is this? Bhagavan is full of bliss, but he is also crying. But he can only cry, rub his hand with one eye because Yasoda is holding the other hand. So with one hand he's rubbing his eyes. Therefore on this side the kajal on Krishna's eyes, because smudged by one hand, fully covering his face only on one side. Like a panda bear, So the eyes which come from this, where the kajal is smudged, this eye, the tears are black. And the other eye, where the kajal is not disturbed, those tears are white, and meeting on the sangam of Krishna's chest. So Rudvantam Muhunetram Yugmam Rijantam Karamboja Yugmena Satankanam. His eyes are full of fear. And especially when you're fearful, then so much deep breath. So as Krishna is breathing very deeply, the 3 lines on his chest, on his neck, which are like the lines on a conch shell, quivering, shaking, very attractive. And the 3 lines on his stomach, these days most of us only have 1 line. But the 3 lines, like from a 6-pack, on Krishna, also shaking. That time his beauty increased so much. Stita Grevam Damo Dada Bhakti Pada. So in one darshan of this Krishna, captured by the devotee. If Krishna is not subordinate to the Vaishnava, then what's the use in all his qualities? Krishna's 64 qualities, what benefit if we cannot taste them? And you can only taste something when it's yours, right? If Shamal has an ice cream, I cannot taste it because hers, for example. But own ice cream you can taste without hesitation. So only when Krishna is yours, when there's Mamata Bhav, then you can fully taste him, fully experience him. At that time, Krishna can also fully taste the devotee. So Stita Grevam Damo Dano Bhakti Bhada. So I want darshan of that Krishna who is captured by Yasoda. Captured by the devotee. So very beautiful darshan, very beautiful scene. And that scene is today, Dipavali. So 2 forms of Krishna where he's captured by the devotee. Actually, he's captured by all rasas. But especially Radha Damodar, especially Krishna captured by a Radhika. And what that Krishna bound by a garland, but that garland have no thread. No, gopis make garlands without thread. Still they do, you see Jagannath, they can make garlands without any needle, without any thread. So that garland, how soft. No, but Krishna bound by that. No. So especially which Krishna we wish to serve, that Krishna who is the property of Radhika. No. Who is Krishna? He is the property of Radharani, that Krishna we worship. But forgetting Radharani, we do not like to go to Krishna. Otherwise we might end up like Mirabai. Mirabai was a great devotee. She lived in Vrindavan, but she had the mood, I am competitor of Radharani. Sometimes he is with Radhika, sometimes he's with Mira. Mirabai would say like that. Because she did not accept the superiority of Radharani. It said when she left the body, some Vaishnavas say she went to Dwarka and became a Mahashi of Krishna. Because you don't accept Radharani, how can you get any place in Vrindavan? Not possible. So even though she lived in Vrindavan and worshipped Krishna here in Vrindavan, she got a place in Dwarka. And some say Mirabai got Sayuja Mukti. Because we don't accept the devotees, it's like not very good mood. So Raghunath Goswami said, no problem, we worship Krishna, but in what mood? Manisha Nata Prajapipinna Chanda Prajaman. We worship Krishna, who is the beloved of my Swamini Radhika. So always with that relationship. Krishna, who is Radhakant, Radhanath, Gopijana Vallabh. When remembering that, then we can serve Krishna. No? Even decorating Krishna, feeding Krishna. Why? He is the property of Radhika. So if we keep that mood, then we can get some place in Rup Manjari's camp. Like Maharaj said a very nice thing one time, if the Manjaris, Srila Janardana Goswami Maharaj. Maybe the Manjaris are worshipping Krishna and Krishna comes, they worshipping Radharani, serving Radharani, and Krishna comes, they won't look at Krishna. Even Krishna is there, but they won't look, they're absorbed in Radharani's seva. But Radharani orders them to serve Krishna, then they'll very happily serve Krishna. So anyway, always remember, under the Anugatya of the Brijavasi, we attain Krishna in that way. Those in Vatsalya remember, who is Krishna? Yasoda Nanda. Under the guidance of Yasoda, they serve Krishna. Those in Sakiras, who is Krishna? He is the friend of Subal. Remembering that, those in Sakiras serve under the Anugatya of Subal, or Balaram or someone. And those in Madhurya-ras, who is Krishna, the property of Radhika. So, Shri Dipavali ki Jai Jai Shri Radha. You want this?
Bande Gurum Padadvanda Bhakta Vrinda Samanavitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Bande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandam Bande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Janam Samadhistam Vrindavanam Manoharam Angashamalim Chakagravito Mande Kritandevaram Jarjan Jaguroti Sangavidadatam Atamarasya Sriyam Vrindarana Nivasinam Hridela Saddama Hiramodaram Radhaskanda Nivesi Pujaval Pujam Dhayam Damodaram Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Sarvagre Madhya Guru Pada Padma निखिल पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सरस्वती भक्ति जीवन जनार्दन गोसाई महाराज निखिल पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टो भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज तथा समस्त रूपानुगुण वर्गों के चरणों में अनंत कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए की कृपा के प्रार्थना उपस्थित समस्त वैष्णव जन मातृ जन सभी के प्रति जथा जो दंडवत करने हम लोग कार्तिक मास नियम सेवा पूजा व्रत पालन करते हुए श्री दामोदर अष्टकम पाठ श्रवण करें। नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानंद रूपम लसद कुंडलम गोकुले विराजमानं जसोदा धियो लोकलाभधावमानं परामिष्टमत्यं ततो दूत रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्र जुग्मं मृदन्तं कराम्भोज जुग्मेन सातंकनेत्रं मुहुस्वास्थ्यकं प्रतिरेखांगकण्ठ दामोदरं भक्ति। सत्यव्रत मुनि दामोदर से प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, स्थित गैरम दामोदर, हे दामोदर स्थित हो जाइए, भक्ति में बंध जाइए, प्रेम में जो बंध जाता है वो फिर स्थिर हो जाता है, सब इच्छा पूर्ण हो जाती है। जब तक मेरे में प्रेम नहीं आता तभी तक संसार की वासना, सब काम क्रोध लोभ मोह सारे अनर्थ जीव को परेशान करते हैं, अपने अपनी ओर खींचता है अतिरिक्त होकर के। लेकिन जब भगवान के नाम गुण रूप लीला कथा जब शादी में मन स्थिर हो जाता है तब फिर संसार को करने नहीं जा सकते, विषय को नहीं जा सकते। उसी के लिए जो भगवान के निश्चित परिकर है वो जीवों के प्रति दयाद्र होकर के, जबकि यशोदा मैया साधक नहीं निश्चित, लेकिन उनकी चेष्टा एक साधक की तरह, क्योंकि निश्चित परिकर भी कृष्ण सेवा करके तृप्त नहीं होते। कहा जाए तो किसी की तृप्ति नहीं होती। नारद जी ने तो भगवान से वर मांगा का पैसा वर दो कि आपके नाम गुण लीला कथा आदि सेवा से किसी को तृप्ति ही न हो। कृष्ण चंद्र कथा की तृप्ति रस्तु न। तो कृष्ण भाष्य बोले कौन ऐसा है जो तृप्त हो रहा था? कोई तृप्त नहीं हो। मैया नित्य कृष्ण की माता है, उनके स्थान से उनको कोई हटा नहीं सकता, नित्य। फिर भी वह तृप्त रहती है। मां के स्थान पर होने के कारण चाहे तो हजारों दास दासियों से कृष्ण की सेवा करा सकती है, लेकिन दास दासों सेवा करा करके उनको संतोष नहीं मिलता। जैसे देखेंगे रसोईया है सब करने वाले, लेकिन दीदी पूरा रसोईया के साथ बराबर में रखते, बराबर से ज्यादा अपने हाथ से सेवा करते। स्वभाव होता है, उनको तृप्ति नहीं होती शांत बैठ कर। जो भक्ति मार्ग में व्याकुल नहीं होते, उनको कैसे प्रसन्न करूं, व्याकुलता नहीं होती, क्या करूं जिसको प्रसन्न हो, तो भक्ति से बहुत दूर है। और कहीं न कहीं भक्ति के नाम पर बोझा है। किसी के मतलब कंधे पर चढ़ जाओ और नाचो। भक्ति का मतलब है अपना समर्पण करके सेवा करना, किसी के लिए बोझ नहीं बनना। आत्मा की वृत्ति है सेवा। इसलिए मैया कहने की माता है, महारानी है, यशोदा रानी है, लेकिन कृष्ण के बिल्कुल दासी की तरह सेवा कर, अपने हाथों से हर चीज कृष्ण को दे, उनका कपड़ा खुद धोने की चेष्टा करती है, बर्तन और कोई दासियां, लेकिन केवल अपने द्वारा करती। और जो कथा सुन रहे थे आज के दिन गोवर्धन पूजा, दीपावली और गोवर्धन पूजा की तैयारी की वजह से सब दास दासियां दूसरे सेवा में लगे हुए, और मैं यह खुद व्याकुल होकर के कृष्ण की सेवा के लिए अपने हाथों से दही मत ले। कथा पहले में सुने, लेकिन फिर आवृत्ति कर देता हूँ। कथा का माने होता है कि एक बात को बार बार सुनना और बार बार में रस आता, क्योंकि भागवत कथा इस संसार का समाचार पत्र नहीं है, न्यूज़पेपर नहीं है कि आधा घंटा देखने के बाद कूड़ेदान में डाला। दिव्य चिन्मय है, जितना इसको पिएंगे, जितना इसको निचोड़ेंगे, उतना ही नवम नवम, मधुरम मधुरम, रुचिरम रुचिरम, रुचि कर लगा। किसी को कोई वस्तु बहुत अच्छा लगता हो, कोई भोजन, पेट भरने के बाद फिर अच्छा नहीं लगता, लेकिन कृष्ण की वस्तु ऐसी है कि पेट भरता ही नहीं। कान तृप्त होते नहीं, कान में जितना भी समा जाए, कान समुद्र जैसा हो जाता है। नदियां जितना भी समुद्र में समा, समुद्र आज तक मना नहीं किया नदियों को और मत आने, और वो समाने कितने पानी वो समुद्र में जाता है, लेकिन समुद्र अपने स्तर में, अपने सीमा में, और कहाँ समा जाता है पता ही नहीं चलता। ऐसे कृष्ण कथा, कृष्ण सेवा जितना भी करो तृप्ति नहीं, तो मैया को भी तृप्ति नहीं हो। एकदा के दासी श्री यशोदा नंद गेहनी, कर्मांतर नियुक्ता सु निर्ममंत स्वयं प्रति, जानी जानी हगीतानी तदबाल चरितानी च तदि निर्मंथ ने काले स्मरंती तांद्र गाय। यशोदा जी का सौभाग्य ये नंद गेहनी, नंद बाबा के करते, इनका स्थान वात्सल्य में सबसे ऊपर है। नंद बाबा भी इनके प्रतियोगिता में इससे बढ़ के नहीं हो सकते, क्योंकि कृष्ण ज्यादा मैया के साथ ही रहते, मैया से इतना लगाव है, हर समय पल्लू पकड़ करके मैया के पीछे की, क्योंकि मैया के जितनी कृष्णा सेवा की वासना है, उतना कृष्ण को भी लेने की वासना होती है, क्योंकि प्रेम दोनों तरफ होता है। और कृष्ण को, मैया को और मेरे प्रति वात्सल्य उमड़े, इसलिए कुछ ऐसा नटखटपना भी करते हैं, खूब प्रेम भी दिखाते हैं और कुछ उल्टा भी कर देते हैं। प्रेम भी प्रेम है, उल्टा करना भी प्रेम है, क्योंकि उससे मैया का प्रेम कितना है उछल करके बाहर आता है। उल्टा करने से मारने में भी पूरा प्रेम है, या असुरों जैसा नहीं, असुरों का मारना और मैया का मारने बहुत अंतर है। लेकिन देखने वाला सोचेगा तो कहेगा मैया में और फिर असुरों में क्या अंतर है, और कृष्ण को पीड़ देते हैं, मैया को पीड़ देती है। लेकिन दीदी के मारने में और दुनिया वाले को मारने में बहुत अंतर है। दुनिया वाले जो मारते हो सूखा पीड़ देते हैं, उनके मार में कोई स्नेह नहीं, प्रेम नहीं, वात्सल्य नहीं होता, ऐसे पीड़ देते, रगड़ दो, बिना तेल का, बिना मसाले का भूनना। लेकिन मैया जो मार रही है उसको बहुत स्नेह है, बहुत प्रेम है। जोर से अगर मार भी दिया तो उसके अंदर कितना व्यथा हुआ मैया जानती, अंदर में रो रही है, मारने की इच्छा नहीं थी, ना मारो तो और बिगड़े। मैं माँ हूं, कल बात उठेगी किसका बेटा है, यशोदा का बेटा है, ऐसा है। इसलिए कृष्ण नहीं समझ सकते, वो समझते मैया का प्रेम नहीं है, लेकिन इतना प्रेम है इसलिए वो हाथ कर रहा है। उसमें बहुत रस, कृष्ण कल्याण की भावना, इसलिए कृष्ण ने उस प्रेम के बसी स्वयं अपने हाथों से दही माथे यशोदा, कितना उनका वात्सल्य, कितना प्रेम। और कृष्ण नाम गुण लीला कथा को कह रहे, गा रहे। मैया की संपूर्ण चेष्टा कृष्ण के लिए, तदर्थे अखिल चेष्टित, शरीर से, मन से, वाणी से, जो कुछ वो कर रहे हैं कृष्ण के लिए। एक भक्त की जितनी भी चेष्टा होती है, उस चेष्टा में कृष्ण की प्रसन्नता है कि नहीं, उसके लिए है कि नहीं। यदि नहीं है तो ऐसा चेष्टा नहीं करते। उनके हर चेष्टा में कृष्ण भक्ति, कृष्ण सेवा होती है। साधारण लोगों के हर चेष्टा में अपना स्वार्थ, अपना सुख, अपना भोग, अपना अपना हो। लेकिन एक भक्त कुछ भी करेगा तो, कोई भी चेष्टा होगा तो उसमें लक्ष्य कृष्ण ही रहेगा। मैया गा रही तो कृष्ण के लिए, मत रही तो कृष्ण के लिए, रो रही तो कृष्ण के लिए, हंस रही तो कृष्ण के लिए। कोई बाल लीला स्मरण में हंस रही है, रो रही तो कृष्ण के कारण में उसको कभी बहुत मारता, नटखट को क्या करूं, ठीक नहीं होता, सुधरता नहीं, इसमें मारना पड़ता है। चेष्टा में कृष्ण के ध्यान है, कुछ भी हो रहा है, कोई भी भाव आ रहा है, लक्ष्य कृष्ण, कृष्ण को लक्ष्य करके वो सब हो रहा है। हमारा रोना हंसना अपने लिए होता है। एक गुड़िया कथा में आ गई, क्या बोलते हैं, मौलवी साहब के प्रवचन को सुना रहे थे। उनकी दाढ़ी हिलती थी और माता जी रोती थी, और जो बोल रहे हैं वो सोच रहे हैं कि इनको मेरी कथा बहुत अच्छी लग रही है, भाव आ रहा है। तो पूछे मैया क्यों रो रहे हो, क्या बात है, कथा अच्छी लगे। बोला कथा तो ठीक है, लेकिन मेरे को रोना आता है, आपको दाढ़ी होती है। मेरा एक बकरा खो गया है, उसका भी दाढ़ी कुछ ऐसा ही था, और मेरा ध्यान बार बार उसी को चाहता है कि वो कब मिलेगा, इसलिए रोना आता है। तो मतलब भाव कुछ और हो जाता है, उनको ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। कृष्ण के ऊपर